Hello, hockey fans! Welcome back into the neutral zone here on IE Sports Radio. Is anybody going to bother to play defense in the NHL any longer? Especially when they're going up against the Buffalo Sabres? I don't know. I think Tage Thompson is still scoring in that game. I think they just decided to open the net up for him, and away they go. We're going to be talking about Tage's historic night last week, Wednesday. We've got the Bruins having their point streak. We've got Ovechkin chasing number 800. The puck is just about to drop in that game against the Blackhawks. We've got teams deciding that, hey, it's not the worst thing to play the backup goalie. Maybe we should be relying on the backup goalie a little bit more. We might even have some college hockey that we dive into tonight. It's the Neutral Zone. Adam is here. Zach is here. So much to go through. Light the lamp. Empty that penalty box. Let's go. And hello and good evening, everyone, and welcome back into another episode of the Neutral Zone here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. Lots to get into tonight. We're going to be spraying to just about all fields throughout the NHL tonight. We're, of course, still on Ovechkin watch because number 800 is right around the corner, and he's playing the Blackhawks tonight. Frankly, he might get there in the first period tonight. So we're keeping an eye on that. Tage Thompson apparently is just a goal-scoring maniac. 5 goals in one game last week, and the Sabres just keep surprising us with every game that they go out there. So we'll be discussing that at some length here tonight. 9 goals in one game in my goodness sake. We've also got Steven Stamkos. We've got the Bruins having a point streak of theirs end. There's somebody in the chat room I see that's got to be proud about that streak ending. We will get into that here in a little bit. Plus, I mean, we're together for the first time. You've got both myself and Zach here tonight for the first time in a while. So we all know that things are going to be different. So before we get too far into everything, let's take care of our homework first, shall we? For the last 8.5 years, IE Sports Radio has been bringing you amazing content, ranging from interviewing legendary athletes to building tailor-made shows dedicated to all major sports cities around the country. All the while, we've continued to be by the fans, for the fans. And with your help, we are ready to take the next step. When you go to our website, iesportsradio.com, you'll see our Patreon link with 5 different tiers. The first one starting at just $5 a month. This donation gets you a shout-out on every one of our shows. Higher tiers include IE Sports Radio merchandise, access to our podcasting university, and even a chance to be featured on a segment of our flagship show, The Defining Moment. Thank you all very much for continuing to make IE Sports Radio your direct feed for all that is sports. And do want to acknowledge our Patreon supporters at this point: Bay Area Raised, Emlos Great, Key to the Gate, and Anonymous. All right. All that being said, Zach, my man, how the heck are you? Haven't talked to you in gosh, a while. How are you tonight, sir?
I'm good. How are you, Adam?
Busy. We'll leave it at busy. We did family Christmas over the weekend, so that was fun. Got to hang out with my sister for a few days and all kinds of stuff. My daughter now has a Nintendo Switch. We're going to see how that goes. Yeah, that was the big thing, was my sister got us a Switch, and ostensibly one game for my daughter, a game for me, and a game for my wife. And then my aunt turns right around and has ordered the Paw Patrol Nintendo Switch game for my daughter. So, I'll probably never see the light of day again once that gets here.
Right.
But it's been good. It's been good. How did your audition go last week, by the way?
It went well. I didn't get the part, but a certain AP lit teacher gave me a compliment. Well, for this script, we stated we wanted to be true to the script, and there's a lot of older role, and your youthful good looks got the best of you.
Uh-oh. Clearly, you're as bald as I am. You've got a beard. Let's see, what can we do to make you look older?
I think that's the first time somebody said that I don't look older than I already am. So, I mean, she's totally blowing smoke up my butt. But, I'll take the compliment, whatever.
Yeah, just trying to make you feel better about everything there. The chat room is already jumping tonight. By the way, if you are listening live here on Spreaker tonight, please hop on into the chat. We can have some fun and interact either with us or with everybody else in the show. We've got Taryn Rodriguez in there. Good evening, Taryn. Kale Henderson is along with us tonight. And Mike Pat. Mike, are we saying Mazel Tov yet, Mike? Mike Pat there. I know we're expecting baby in the Mike Pat house anytime now. So if we can get an update on that throughout the show, that'd be appreciated. In the meantime, also Taryn is also lamenting the continued existence of the Anaheim Ducks as we look in the third period of their game in Toronto. The Maple Leafs have a comfortable 5-0 lead in that game. Taking a quick look through the stats. Yeah, it's just... Taryn, I know you continue to follow the Ducks, and that's good because someday your patience will be rewarded. It's just not going to be today that your patience is going to be rewarded. It's going to be a long way down the road. Just, ugh.
Oh, hey, for your family Christmas, did I see you got a hand knit like bears, like Santa or something?
Oh, no. That's my mom's. That is affectionately referred to as Santa Bear. Imagine Santa Claus, for those that, obviously this is radio, so, got to paint a picture here. Santa Claus, but instead of his traditional red and white garb, it's navy blue and orange, and his shirt says Bears, and he's got the big C in the middle of the hat. Yeah, that is my mom's. That is not leaving Mom anytime soon. Oh! Alex Ovechkin just scored. Here we go. Alex Ovechkin. Boy, the puck just dropped in that game too. Literally. God, literally 24 seconds into the game, Ovechkin scored.
That's crazy.
Wow, they're not even a minute into the game, and the Capitals already have 3 shots.
Just Just got to get 2 more today.
The rate they're going, yeah, okay, by the 10-minute mark, he'll be there.
Right?
Wow. That didn't take long, folks. Wow. Just wow. 24 seconds into the game, Ovechkin's got 798. So, and other happy news. Mazel tov to Mike Pat. Baby number 2 was born earlier today. Wife and baby are both doing well. Congratulations, Mike.
Yay, congrats, Mike.
So I imagine then Mike's probably going to be very quiet in the chat room tonight, which makes total sense. Frankly, he let us know in our kind of group, radio station group chat that was probably going to be happening today. And he was still popping in on shows and saying hi to everybody. It was, wow, dedication. So congratulations to Mike Pat and family on baby number 2.
Yeah, that's awesome. Congratulations.
Yeah. All right, so now that, we've already got the first goal from Ovechkin, we're keeping an eye out. We're keeping an eye out on that one, as he's already got 798. Where would we like to start, Zach? Do we want to start with, I feel like I want to start with either Tage Thompson, just because one good goal scored deserves another, apparently.
Well, here, real quick before, can we fire on the league for 2 seconds?
Absolutely, please do.
Islanders or Bruins are tied 3 apiece in the third. Kings and Sabres. Sabres are up 1-0 in the third. My Red Wings are playing. They're against the Hurricanes, down 1-0 in the third. Blue Jackets and Panthers. Panthers lead 3-0 in the third. Devils and Stars. Stars lead 2-1 in the third. Kraken and Lightning. Holy smokes, Lightning are up 6-1 over the over the rookies.
What?
Brutal. Speaking of 6-0 or speaking of huge leads, anyway. Sorry, Karen. 6-0 Maple Leafs over the Ducks in the third. Oilers 4-2 in the second over the Preds. Golden Knights are leading the Jets 2-1 in the second. Capitals and Blackhawks, of course, 1-0 in the first. Flyers and Avalanche tied 0-0. Game just started a couple minutes ago. And still yet to come tonight, Coyotes and Sharks, 10:30 p.m.
Coyotes and Sharks. Can both teams lose that? Is that possible?
Well, they're tied with 9 wins apiece. Oh my gosh, they're going to break double digits. The winner's going to break double digits.
I know. That's why I'm asking. I think they both contractually have to lose that game and stay in single digits until January.
Right.
My goodness, poor Taryn and those Ducks.
Go ahead, Tage Thompson,
maybe. Well, let's back the train up then a little bit here. Let's go to last week, Wednesday. First of all, Patty does an excellent job on the Buffalo Huddle before us on Tuesday nights. She's on at 7 o'clock Eastern, 4 o'clock out in the West. And she brought up something that I had actually missed with this game. In the Buffalo area, if you were watching the game, it was on TNT. Talk about fortuitous for TNT having the national game and picked that one, Sabres Blue Jackets. For the entire first period in the Buffalo area, you didn't see the game. You just saw a still shot of Tage Thompson's stats from the pregame. There was a glitch, and in the Buffalo area, they didn't get to see the game, which was unfortunate because, wow, just Wow. The Sabres as a team scored 6 goals in that first period. They scored 9 overall. It was 9-2 at the end of the second. And then they just kind of, okay, go play the third because we have to, I guess. Tage Thompson, the second fastest 4 goals to start a game in NHL history. By the 16:40 mark of the first, he already had the hat trick plus extra in that one. It was just, I was keeping up with it on my phone. I happened to be off work, but I was grocery shopping and my wife was not feeling well and stuff like that I was taking care of. I wish I would have been just on the couch watching, but instead I was keeping up with it on my phone. And every time you turned around, it was Buffalo scored, Thompson scored, Thompson scored, Thompson scored.
Oh my gosh.
It was ridiculous. Finishes with 6 points, 5 goals, plus an assist. And this is all in the first 2 periods. And it was by the end of it, it was in Columbus, so there wasn't cheering anyway. When Buffalo scored, he got the first period hat trick, and there obviously were a few Sabres fans there because there were some hats that made their way down to the ice. But even he, by the end of it, when he scored his last one, even he was kind of been there, done that. It was like he ran out of goal celebrations. And it's just, okay, good job, guys. Let's get off the ice and let the next crew come in. It was a remarkable performance from Thompson. And Patty has talked about this quite a bit too, that he had a talking to from the coaches about a month, 6 weeks ago. And ever since then, he's on a tear with his scoring. His scoring is way up, and his production is just through the roof for Thompson. So the Sabres overall, they're still down there. You know, they're well outside of a wild card berth at this point. They're still in dead last in the Atlantic. They've got a lot of work to do. But you can add Thompson at this point to the list of building blocks for this team.
That is until they trade him away to Edmonton.
Well, you were even kidding before the show that, are we sure he's not already on Edmonton? Those numbers feel like we should only be seeing them out on the West Coast, not in Buffalo.
Right, the video game numbers, man.
Just crazy stuff going on there. But what a way to start, huh? Just 4 goals in that first period. Just put the thing away, right out of the gate.
Right. How many did he have total at the end of the game?
He had 5 goals plus an assist, so a 6-point night.
So, I mean, if people had brought 2 hats, they might have had to lose 2 hats.
Yeah.
Almost.
The only reason he didn't was just they were up by so much. It was 9-2. There was no reason to go for it, you know.
You pull your starters, you put your backups in, get them some mop-up time. There you go.
Mop-up time, and okay, it's hockey. You've only got so many guys dressed. Everybody's got to skate. But yeah, you're only going to maybe skate them for 60 seconds, 45 seconds at a time, and then get him off.
Yeah.
Speaking of the Sabres, they are, as you mentioned, they are up 3-0 tonight against the Kings. And Thompson scored again tonight. 22 goals already now on the season for him.
Yeah, he's killing it.
Just playing extremely well out there for Buffalo. No update on Alex Ovechkin. It's still just 1-0 there in Chicago. Ovechkin 24 seconds in. Apparently he's needed a little bit more time before getting the next one tonight.
Guess we can't get too greedy yet.
Somebody else needed the ice. They are out shooting Chicago 8-1, 7 minutes into the game.
Wow, that's crazy.
All right, let's take a quick break, and then I'm going to work on trying to fix this echo effect going on here. I got a lovely echo chamber going on with my mic and your mic, so we'll address that. But then also when we come back, Zach, I know you've got a lot of fun numbers pulled up that you want to look at, some other streaks and historical stuff that happened last week. So we will dive into that on the other side of this break. You are listening to the Neutral Zone here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports.
What is going on, everybody? My name is Harrison Glazer, and we're coming at you from the Show That Never Sleeps podcast. I cover the Jets, the Islanders, the Nets, and the Yankees.
This is Pierre Moss, and I cover the Mets, Knicks, Rangers, and the Giants.
Our show is live every Wednesday through Spreaker and a bunch of other ways to get our content. Again, we're the Show That Never Sleeps podcast. We talk about all those New York sports. It's a lot of fun. We get into all of it. Please tune in. Again, that's Wednesdays at 6 p.m.
And we look forward to having you guys right here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports.
Hi everybody, it's Calvin here from USRN, here to give you an important message. Since 2017, we have done our absolute best to provide you with nothing but the highest quality of sports calls in the greatest of quantity possible. Thanks to you, our station has grown more than we ever thought. That's why, with your help, we would like to grow even further. Just think, twice the amount of your favorite calls, 24 hours of coverage, talk shows, play-by-play, game-by-game analysis, and so much more. That's right, USRN2 is officially in development, but we can't do it alone. We have set up a GoFundMe page that you can access from our homepage on the left of your screen. We also are planning special giveaways and prizes to our highest donors. Our goal here at USRN is to bring you the best calls possible at no cost to you. In order to continue to do that, we need your help now. Please check out our GoFundMe page, and if you would like to know how you can help, you can email usrnradio@gmail.com. Without your support, we couldn't do what we do.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Davidson.
It's your boy, Notorious Lava.
And we are the hosts of Fast Break here on IE Sports Radio, where we discuss everything in the world of basketball from prep to the pros.
You guys should definitely check us out, man. Sunday, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. We got all the basketball information you guys need, so we look forward to you guys listening in.
And please do, because we are the best basketball show on this side of the Mississippi. And please do check us out on Twitter at FastBreakISR. D-Lock, where's our time again?
8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. That give you guys plenty of time on a Sunday.
Tune in.
What's happening, sports fans? Are you a fan of Southern California sports? Are you looking for a show hotter than a hot summer day in California? Then look no further than the SoCal Supreme Sports Show, where I talk about all things Southern California sports. That's right, all sports teams from Southern California. From the hard-hitting tackles of the NFL, to the killer crossovers and big three-pointers of the NBA and WNBA, to the grand slams of the MLB, to the bone-chilling goals of the NHL, and to the booming kicks of the MLS. The SoCal Supreme Sports Show has it all for you. Oh, and let us not forget about the college sports as well. So join me, Taryn Rodriguez, every week here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports.
The Spanish Top Flight is here on Wellington Sports Radio. From past champions like Barcelona and Atletico Madrid to current champions Real Madrid and every team in between trying to fight for Champions League glory and trying to fight against relegation. It's La Liga right here on Wellington Sports Radio.
And welcome back into the Neutral Zone here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. While we were at the break, Ovechkin Watch gets another notch in its belt. 2-0 Capitals. Alexander Ovechkin, his second goal of the night, 19th of the season. He is officially at 799 for his career. What do you think, Zach? Are we going to see it by the end of this period? We've got 7 minutes and change to go.
Ooh, if not by the end of the period, definitely by the end of the game.
So he's getting the hat trick tonight.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Well, there we go. And apparently my efforts to fix the echo did nothing. Well, okay. That means I'll just let you talk more, and I'll sit back and listen, Zach.
Just soldier on. You'll be fine.
It is really weird hearing my own voice like 3 times. This is a bit strange.
Boy. Well, in weeks previous, we talked about the 1,000-point club as well as the 1,000-game club. Well, Steven Stamkos has now joined that career 1,000-point club. December 1st. He had an assist for his 1,000th career point. Nick Paul scored twice, and the Tampa Bay Lightning beat the Philadelphia Flyers 4-1. The number 1 overall pick in the 2008 draft, Stamkos assisted on Paul's second goal, 7:55 in the second, that made it 2-0. Stamkos started the play with a pass behind the net to Ian Cole, who sent the puck in front to Paul. Quote from Stamkos, "It's the most I celebrated a second assist in my career." He said, "I thought I'd make the safe play behind the net, and Cole made a great play." When it happened, Stamkos raised both arms in the air in celebration, and the entire Lightning team rushed the ice as well to join into the celebration. It means a lot, Stamkos said. It's an individual stat, but so many people have helped me get here. You just reminisce. It just brings back so many amazing memories. Stamkos has now become the 95th player in NHL history to reach 1,000 points. You can never prepare yourself for that, he said. It's pretty awesome. He's played his entire career in Tampa Bay, winning back-to-back Stanley Cups in 2020 and 2021. From his coach, John Cooper, and it's a proud moment for him and his family. He's coached Stamkos since March of 2013. 1,000 points. Wow, that's a lot of points. Impressive. Quite a moment from him. I've been very fortunate to have a front row seat. Let's see here. The Lightning, at the time, had won 7 of 9.
And they're about to make that 8 of 10 as they're up 6-1 against the Kraken with 5:44 to left to go in that one. It is always cool anytime gets the 1,000-point club. It's, if nothing else, it's just a testament to good health that you're able to stick around in the league long enough to make it that far.
For sure. Let's stick with the Lightning. Did you hear about this one? Lightning Pat Maroon got mocked by a broadcaster, and so he's now donating to charity.
Okay, I saw something about this, but I didn't read it all the way. Tell me more.
Okay. Tampa Bay Lightning forward Pat Maroon was mocked by NESN broadcaster Jack Edwards during Tuesday's game between Tampa and the Boston Bruins. This is like 2 weeks ago now. He's now turning that negative attention into a positive change for good. Midway through the first period, when Edwards, the Bruins' longtime play-by-play announcer, made some targeted comments about the 6'3" winger's size, while also referencing Maroon's run of championships with St. Louis and back-to-back with Tampa. Their color commentator, Andy Brickley, also chimed in, which kept Edwards going on about Maroon for over 30 seconds. Maroon is listed at 238 pounds, the 65-year-old broadcaster said. That was day one of training camp. I got a feeling he's had a few more pieces between then and now. Fasting. Inadvertent fasting for Pat Maroon is like 4 hours without a meal. But hey, he's won 3 Stanley Cups in a row. Who can argue with that formula? The seemingly unprovoked commentary inspired Maroon to get charitable. The 34-year-old took to Twitter on Wednesday to announce that in support of those struggling with mental health, bullying, and body image, he had made a $2,000 donation to Edwards' name to Tampa Bay Thrive, a nonprofit that assists those who struggle with mental health and substance abuse issues.
Yeah, I did. Okay, I did see that where he was getting fat shamed by the other broadcast team, and it's like, it's one thing if it's your own broadcast team and it's kind of, it's good-natured ribbing kind of a thing.
Yeah.
It's another thing when it's the other broadcaster. It's like, maybe you shouldn't go there.
Yeah. So he then encouraged his followers to make their own donations too. His teammate Steven Stamkos immediately came through to support the player, affectionately known as Big Rig. And the Tampa Bay Lightning Foundation applauded Maroon's commitment to highlighting the importance of mental well-being. Well done, Patty. Stamkos responded to Maroon's tweet via Twitter, donating now.
We've seen a couple times of hockey players or hockey Kale. Hockey season was awesome. Yeah, it is amazing some of the stuff that will happen with the players in season. Was it last year where he's with the Oilers now.
Evander Kane?
Yes, Evander Kane's ex-wife did a GoFundMe. Was it Evander Kane's ex-wife who started the GoFundMe to pay for the Minnesota Wild players' fines?
Yeah, that was hilarious.
So, hockey players are really good at taking whatever gets thrown at them and turning it into a positive. So, kudos for that.
Well, and it kind of throws it back in that commentator's face, and he has to eat his words. Like, oh, hey, look what you did. I took your negative, and now I'm making it a positive. And by the way, I'm donating to charity. So, hey, maybe you should too.
Exactly. Oh, and Taryn informing us in the chat room that the Maple Leafs have kicked the extra point against the Ducks. It is now 7-0.
Oh, no. Oh.
Good news, though. There's only a minute and 15 seconds left in that game.
Oh, gosh. You want to stay in Canada for a sec?
Oh, yes, absolutely. Please.
This is from today, ESPN, Emily Kaplan. NHL and actor Ryan Reynolds meet about Senators ownership group. So he might be going from owning, Wrexham soccer team to a Senators hockey team. NHL Commissioner Gary Bettman said he recently met up with actor Ryan Reynolds about potentially being involved with the Ottawa Senators' new ownership group. Reynolds very much impressed us, Bettman said, at the NHL Board of Governors meeting on Tuesday. If we can figure out a way to have him included, I think that would be great for the Senators and great for the league. The Senators announced that they would be put up for sale in November following the death of longtime owner Eugene Melnyk in March. The condition of the sale is that the team must remain in Ottawa.
Yeah, I remember seeing about this a little bit. About a month ago, I remember some of the word trickling out. I don't know with Ryan Reynolds. I mean, you've got the name recognition, and he's not in Premier League, is he? Is that the team one of the teams he owns, the soccer club? Are they in the Premier League?
Right down here it says he became co-owner of a fifth-tier English soccer club, Wrexham AFC, alongside actor Rob McElhenney, from Always Sunny.
Okay, so it's not top of the line. It's down the tiers a little bit.
Yeah.
But he has shown with that it's not purely a glamour project, that he intends to be a proactive owner when he owns a team.
Yeah.
And of course he
grew up in Canada too.
Yeah, I was just going to say, he's from Canada. He's Canadian. So it would make sense on that front. For the Senators, they're going to figure out where they're going to be playing. And that's one of the issues with them, is their current stadium is not easy to get to, but do they have the funds and the land for a new place there in Ottawa? That's going to be one of the first things when new ownership comes in, is they've got to come in with a plan of what are we doing with the team, because they can't leave. That, as you brought up, that's in the terms of the sale. They've got to stay in Ottawa, so they got to figure out a stadium situation there.
Yeah. Ryan Reynolds was on the Tonight Show back in November, and he confirmed his interest in the buying of the team. I'm trying to buy the team. It's very expensive, so I need a partner with really deep pockets. It's called a consortium when you form a group to buy an entity. Such a fancy way of saying, I need a sugar mommy or sugar daddy, and if that doesn't happen, I'll buy a U.S. senator, which everyone can afford.
Can a U.S. senator own a Canadian hockey team? That feels like it'd be sacrilegious or unconstitutional or something.
Or maybe it was a joke on the word senator. He's going to buy a senator if he can't buy the senators.
Very droll, sir. Very droll.
But Bettman continues, he's very smart, has a number of businesses besides the acting business. He understands sports and understands promotion. I think he told us his followers are all in on the platforms combined was well over 100 million. So he's engaged, or he's somebody who's very popular, very engaged. He's doing a great job with Wrexham. One NHL team president told ESPN that Reynolds being involved would be sensational for the NHL. Have you seen his social media following? The NHL team president told ESPN, heck, if Ryan Reynolds posts about the Senators on Instagram 7 times, that could be worth it alone.
Yeah, I mean, the NHL has really embraced social media, so that fits right in with their profile. They're right in with that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So to finish off, it says the NHL owners were optimistic about the sale price of the Senators. Here's a credit to Gary Bettman's impact over 30 years in office. One NHL owner told ESPN, a franchise that once nobody wanted, that nearly went bankrupt, is now going to go for $700 million plus.
Oh yeah, it's. Whew. I tell you what, if you can buy a sports team in one of the 4 major U.S. And I know, okay, there's 7 Canadian teams, but let's face it, the NHL is a U.S. league. If you can buy a team in one of those 4, it's worth it in the end. It's a lot of money up front, but you pay that off in the end.
Oh, yeah. All about the ROI, baby.
Exactly. Get that return on investment. We had another goal in the Capitals-Blackhawks game. It was the Blackhawks.
Oh, I was just going to say.
Yeah. Tyler Johnson scored. So at the end of 1, it is Capitals 2, Blackhawks 1. So Ovechkin will not get the natural hat trick and not get to number 800 while we're doing the show, at least. Not to say that he won't get it. Not to say that he won't get it tonight, but it's not going to happen while we're doing this show, at least.
Yeah, it's just not as thrilling because we're not going to be on the air.
We'll have to catch it on Twitter.
There we go.
All right, now I know another team that you wanted to talk about is in overtime right now. The Islanders and the Bruins are tied at 3 with just under 2 minutes left in overtime. And I know that you had some nuggets and thoughts on the Bruins last week.
Sure, yeah. But meanwhile, a couple of scores have gone final. Sabres over Kings 6-0. Hurricanes over my Red Wings 1-0. Oh, sadness. Panthers over Blue Jackets 4-0. Stars over Devils 4-1. And as aforementioned, sorry, Taryn, Maple Leafs over the Ducks 7-0.
Let's see who in the Argonauts scored the touchdown there on that one.
Oh, the Argonauts, yeah. As long as it's not the Rough Riders, the Roughnecks, whatever.
I'm going deep with my non-hockey references tonight.
Woo! Argonauts, the Red Blacks.
Sounds right.
It's like a black chainsaw or something. It's like their logo.
Wait a minute. Taryn just brought up a really good point here.
What?
SoCal had both its hockey teams in action tonight. The final combined scores 13-0.
Brutal.
Wow.
One of my friends from work, she always said, and that's why places where it doesn't snow shouldn't have hockey teams.
You'd think that, but then look at the Stars. I talked about this last week. The Dallas Stars have come out of nowhere and got 39 points right now and are in top of the Central.
Oh, my God. That's crazy.
Oh, Taryn asking if the Sharks play. Yes, the Sharks do play. They play the Coyotes. So wow. Heaven help California hockey. The Sharks are their only hope for not only a win, their only hope for a goal.
San Jose Sharks, you're my only hope.
Yikes. Ugh.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
I mean, I'm not sure I'd recommend tuning into Arizona San Jose to anybody tonight. I can't, in good conscience, push people in that direction. But if you're a California NHL fan, yeah, that's your only hope of having a good night is San Jose scoring against Arizona.
Ooh, gluttons for punishment if they watch that tonight.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
You want to talk about Boston?
Yes, please. Get us out of California. Please, please. No offense to California. It's just not a good place right now for hockey.
right? Yeah. In case you guys weren't keeping up with the coaching carousel last off season, the Bruins let go of Bruce Cassidy, and he was there for 5.5 seasons. They let go of him in June after the Bruins were eliminated by Carolina in the opening round of the playoffs. 8 days after he got let go, he was hired by Vegas. Well, Boston's been on this tear to start the season. And who was the team to end it? Interesting. It's almost like he had a little bit of insider information.
Twirl the mustache when you ask that question.
Ah, yes, indeed. So, yeah, Vegas Golden Knights made former Boston coach Bruce Cassidy's return a success, as Riley Smith scored in the 5th round of the shootout to beat the Boston Bruins 4-3 and end their NHL record for home victory to open a season at 14 games. In a matchup of two of the league's top 3 teams, Western Conference leading Vegas opened a 3-0 lead early in the second period on 2 goals by Paul Cotter and the other by Jonathan Marchessault. It was the first time the Bruins allowed the opening 3 goals of a game this season. And David Pastrnak tied it on Taylor Hall's power play goal. Let's see. Vegas' 14th road win of the season, tied with the Dallas Stars, as you mentioned, foremost in the West. Cassidy took over as Boston's interim coach February 7th, 2016, before getting the top job that April. His teams made the playoffs all 6 seasons, including a trip to the 2019 Stanley Cup Final, when they lost to the seventh game at home against St. Louis. Bruins played a video montage of Cassidy on the Jumbotron late in the opening period that ended with a picture of him and said, "Welcome back, Bruce." The crowd gave him an ovation, and he waved thanking them. Cassidy knows what it sounds like in TD Garden when the standout song Dirty Water is blaring after Bruins wins. "I'm glad I didn't hear it tonight," he said, smiling. "The streak is irrelevant to me. It's nice to come in and play well." Bruins' home opening streak broke the record of 11 that was set by the 1963-1964 Chicago Blackhawks and equaled by the Florida Panthers last season. Boston lost for just the second time in 12 games. One of their players, this locker room sticks together, and we knew we were going to do something special tonight. It stinks losing, but we're going to make sure we fix the problems. City meant a lot to him, and he was fired up and ready to go. They said of Cassidy, "We went out there and tried to get him 2 points." Pastrnak, "We couldn't get it done early before the shootout. We had chances. It's a tough one to swallow." And Vegas lost Jack Eichel, or he missed the game with a lower body injury.
I know Kale has mentioned this several times on Sin City Sports, and he's coming up right after us in 8+ minutes, or 8 minutes on the dot, as I just see the minute hand change here. So I know we've got to get room for Kale here. He has brought it up several times on Sin City Sports that he feels we are headed towards a Vegas-Boston final this June. So I'm sure he was feeling a little extra high off of that one with that win. And for Coach Cassidy, I wasn't even aware of the streak. Yeah, Bull. I'm buying Bull on that one. Coaches know. Coaches know.
No, I'm with you. I call BS. I think he was extra motivated to end it.
But you know what though? That's fine. That's fine. You don't want to make a deal out of it. That's fine. You know, you're the coach. Deflect back to the players. All proper ways to handle it.
Exactly.
You know, all fun and good, all fun and games. All fun and games going on there with them on that. But I don't believe for a second that he didn't know about the streak that they just stopped with that win. And Vegas right now they were getting ready for the second period when last I saw. The Bruins just won in a shootout, by the way, 4-3, beat the Islanders. Where did my Vegas score go? There it is. Yes, they are tied at 3 with the Jets as they are just about getting ready for the third and final period. Hopefully, final period. I suppose I shouldn't assume there. But they're having a very even game with the Jets tonight. 3-3. Shots are almost even. Face-offs are almost even across the board. Very even-keeled game going on up in Winnipeg, up in cold Winnipeg tonight. I'm sure they've given everybody a chance to go start their cars so that nobody gets stuck there in the stadium after the game is over.
Hey, you're absolutely right. It's the end of the second period. They would be telling them right now.
They're coming back into the stadium. That's one of the most hockey traditions ever up in Winnipeg. Of the end of the second period, everybody goes and starts their cars so that their engines don't freeze solid.
Love it. Oilers and Predators is looking good too. They're getting to the end of the second. Oilers up 5-3.
5-3?
Yeah.
Oh, yep. Well, that's one. I'm surprised it's that close, to be honest. McDavid on the power play made it 5-3. Actually, so give the Predators some credit. They are hanging tough with that one tonight. They're not.
Yeah, for sure.
They're not going. They were down 2. They were down 3-1 at the end of the first period. And they turned right around. Their problem has been Nashville's problem is that it's been able to get out of the. Oh God, geez, zow. Edmonton's perfect on the power play. Meanwhile, Nashville's 0 for 4.
Ooh. Well, you don't want anything that tells you any more evidence about the score of that game. There you go.
You can't, against a team like Edmonton, first of all, you can't commit penalties because they're going to kill you. They're just, there's too much talent there. But when they give you that many opportunities, you've got to cash in. You've got to do something there with that power play unit. Okay, not all 4 of them, obviously, but one of them for sure. You'd like to have 2 out of that. That'd be, that's your difference in the game right there, is if you get just 2 of those power plays to convert.
Yep.
There's your game right there. So
exactly.
Take a quick look. I'm not seeing anything else of super significance there. So but a busy night all across the NHL and the Golden Knights. We're gonna have to dedicate some time here coming up soon, Zach, where we just need to do a little bit of a dive into Vegas and Boston specifically, because it does, to Cale's point, it does have a little bit of that feel at this point that I don't think anybody would be surprised if it came down to those 2 teams, especially with Colorado having some injuries that they're dealing with now early in the season.
Yeah.
And with that, we have to sound the horn. Woo! We got a little bit of everywhere, didn't we, tonight? We stayed hockey, though, by and large. We pretty much stayed in the hockey zone, in the neutral zone, if you will. Oh, man. I think I need to go drink something.
Minus our one Canadian football reference.
But it was Canadian football, though, so it worked. And Taryn didn't even give us a counter on that one, so he liked it. All right, that's going to do it for our show here tonight. Big props. Thank you again to all of our Patreon supporters. Bay Area Raised, Emlo's Great, Key to the Gate, Anonymous. Thank you for your continued support. Thank you to Larry B., the head of IE Sports Radio, for all that he does behind the scenes, keeping everything going. We do have a new show that'll be talking some NHL hockey on the network, the Magic City Sports, talking all things Miami. We'll see if they talk about the Florida Panthers while they're on there. Thank you to Taryn. Cale Henderson is coming up next with Sin City Sports. Be sure to check him out. He does an awesome job every week. And congratulations again to Mike Pat. Baby number 2. Congratulations to all involved there. For Zach, I am Adam. We are the Neutral Zone. Everybody stay healthy. Be good. The holidays are here. I know it's a stressful time of year for everybody. Hopefully it's nothing but the best stress. We all know what you mean. All right. Until next week, light the lamp, stay out of the penny box. Be good. We'll see you next time.